Okay, Charles, this is the training video on how to schedule your appointments and the process that you will need to go through on each and every appointment. So, this is the MLS dashboard that realtors have access to schedule properties directly, get the lockbox info, and so on. So, I have sent you an email that you will have the login information and password to get into this dashboard. I've also got the website link attached to it as well, so you'll want to save that because you'll be accessing this frequently. So you will have all that information here. So we're going to go ahead and log into this database. The main one you're going to really want to consider here is going to be the first one, top left, which is Paragon. That's going to allow us to access all of the properties. So once we get into Paragon, you'll always get a couple of these pop-ups. So the biggest thing that we're going to want to see here is search. So we're going to do, you can do residential, land, commercial, all of this multifamily. So the comps that you're going to be, or the properties you're going to be looking at right now are primarily single family. There are a few multifamilies that pop up here. So for some reason you're looking for a multifamily address, then you can't find it anywhere in the residential section, give multifamily a shot, and that could help you out. So here we go. What we're going to do here is click residential. And this is going to be where we type in the information page. But before we do that, I've got our virtual assistant who's compiled a list of every foreclosure. She goes through this every single day, updates the foreclosure, does a very preliminary comparable analysis on it. So for your reference, this is what we're going to be doing. You're going to be looking at a foreclosure list. It's going to be uploaded into your drive, and it will look like this. So this is what the foreclosure list is going to look like. She's got the address, location, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, the average comp price, so similar, updated homes in the area, the sale price of the property right now, and the potential equity that we've got in the deal here. So, and she's got this labeled by most equity out of all the properties. You can see the date that she put this in. We've got the days on market, the mortgage amount, and here is the showing notes. This is the section that you're going to be inputting in and letting us know what happened on the showing. Did you go? All I really need to know is when on a showing, and you sent Matt over a budget. Those are the only things that you really need to put on there. So went, or you could just type in. Let me open this in Google Sheets here. So we will go over to showing notes, and let's just put the date. So if you did 2/26/2020, and then you can just write sent budget. That's all you're going to really need to put on it. And the cool thing about this is that it automatically saves. So it will update onto your drive. It'll update onto our VA's drive. So everybody, once you do this, it's live in the system. So it's pretty cool, pretty intuitive. And now let's go back. So these are the properties that you're going to be scheduling a showing for. So they're all laid out here for you. The only thing that you're going to be doing now is looking at these properties in the Paragon section, and you're going to be scheduling a showing. These are all foreclosed properties. So I'm going to show you, because some of these may already be under agreement with another company or another buyer. So you're not going to want to schedule an appointment that is not available. It's going to be wasting your time. So we're going to be able to check that out here. So we'll go back to our main page, and we're going to do property type. We're going to do single family, because that's really the ones we want to focus on. You're going to do active under contract, and pending. So you're going to want to remember those. So the active ones, those are still available. We can go out, we can see those properties, you can put a budget together on them. Active under contract, somebody already got an offer accepted. We don't want those. Same thing with pending. offer accepted. We don't want to waste our time on those. Now, this is very important here too. You want to put the state of New Hampshire, or else you're going to get some Vermont stuff, which we don't want. And we're going to sort this by the counties that we're interested in. So there's 4 counties: Hillsborough, Rockingham, Merrimack, Stratford, and actually we'll do the Cheshire County as well, out in the Keene area. So as you can see, it says there's 2,878 properties. We are going to filter this down pretty quickly. So you scroll down, there's a tab right here that says foreclosed/bank owned. We are going to want to click yes, and as you can see, that eliminates about 2,800 properties. So now we're left here with 80 properties. So we're going to click the search tab, and that's going to generate us a listing sheet of everything that could be available. And as you can see, you've got PE for pending, AUC for active under contract, and then here, let's say active is still available. So you're going to want to cross-reference this list that we've got here. Where did it go? So this list right here in Google Sheets, we're going to want to see, if these are still available, and if they are, we're going to go ahead and schedule an appointment. So let's just do, see here, we'll do 135 Old Canterbury Road. Let's check that one out. Okay, so 135 Old Canterbury Road, looks like it's still active. So we will go ahead and open this up. And in most cases, you'll have something right here that will say schedule a showing. So when we want to schedule a showing, you're going to go ahead and click that tab, schedule a single showing, and then let's just say this is the time when you can do it. This black box means obviously a showing is not available at this time. So let's just say we want to get out there today at 4:30. None of this is very important. So then you just hit yes. And right here, so you just got a confirmation. Your showing is confirmed. Sometimes this will say your showing has been sent to the listing agent and you need to wait for a confirmation. So that is something that happens, pretty frequently. So I would just get a notification that says, okay, you schedule an appointment and we're waiting for the listing agent to give us the lockbox info. Normally, the access type, it will say lockbox. So you're going to want to get the lockbox code. In this case, the showing instructions here says the back door will be unlocked. So that means this property is basically open to the public, and you won't have any problem getting into the facility. So let's say you went ahead on the showing here. You put the budget in. You're going to update this in your Google Drive. I'm going to go through your Google Drive in a second. I just want to touch base on something here. If you do not see this schedule a showing tab, then you need to scroll down to the information where it says listing and closing information. This is going to give you the listing agent's details, and right above that it says showing instructions. So this one says Showa via appointment service showing time, which this is showing time right up here. That's giving you the instructions to go to showing time. Some people don't have showing time, so what it might say is call the list agent or email the list agent. So in that case, you are going to look at the agent's information here. If it says call the list agent, give them a call. Let them know that you're Chuck with Cameron Real Estate Group, or you're the transaction coordinator for Michael LeFavor, and they should be able to get you the lockbox combo. But just keep in mind, always look at the cell phone. That's your best bet. Don't call the office line. That's going to take forever to get a showing scheduled. Or if you need to do an email, you can just go ahead and click here, and it auto-populates the listing that you want to see, and then you just say, hi, I want to schedule a showing for, I want to schedule a showing for 4:30 tomorrow. Something like that. So that's how you schedule an appointment. you're going to want to, so Jade, our VA, is going to scrub the whole list for you. So you'll be able to go into this list and very easily be able to go ahead and update. So let's just say you went out to this property, which we actually did go out to this property. So you're not going to buy, it's a piece of shit. So, that's the note that we have on that property. We would have to basically demo the entire thing completely and not worth it. So you want to update this. That way I know you're going on the appointments. This will keep you organized because what we're going to want to do is hit every one of these things on this list. As long as they're still active, we want to be checking out all of these properties. We want to be submitting budgets on all of these properties because as of right now, with how me and Matt are going, every 4 to 5 properties that we're looking at, we're getting an offer accepted. So if we can keep that ratio up, let's say we've got 50 properties, that's going to be 5 offers that we could get accepted. So very important for us to go out and get eyes on site on all of these. So that is how you schedule an appointment. Now let's shift gears real quick. I've set you up a new email, so you're going to be communicating back and forth with me and Matt on this. And I've also set you up your own individual Google Drive. So here is your new email. I'm going to give you those credentials as well. So feel free to take a look at it. But now when you go onto your own email, you're going to want to click this little tab here. It is going to bring you to Google Drive, which you should be somewhat familiar. So you're going to hit, this is now your own Google Drive. Let's get rid of this. And we'll get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay, so clean this up a little bit. So now you're here. You just click this section here, brought you to your Google Drive. This is your quick access tab. And I've also created you 2 folders. So your blank budget template and your foreclosure list. So your blank budget template, you're going to go into here, open this up. Generally it's best to open in Google Sheets. So you'll come in here, you'll fill out all the information and you'll do everything the same as you did with Matt in terms of adding the property address, what this budget is for, and then you're going to go ahead and share this the way that we showed you earlier today. So let's see. In this case, I'm on a Mac. You'd be on an iPad. So let's just say this was. We'll do 135 Old Canterbury Road. Budget is, $1,200, 1,200, 500. Okay, and then we're going to want to share. And then you can see, so this is already shared with me and already shared with Matt. And let's see here. So you may want to do. So I'll work on this, but this is the budget template that Matt got you set up with. This right here is, if we go back, Google Drive, so always click My Drive. This is going to be the foreclosure list, so this is going to be important for you. This is the area that you're going to update all of the information and all the showings that you went on to. So let's say you go over here, as you can see, open with Google Sheets real quick. Okay, so you notice here that this is your Google Drive. I just typed in notes on my Google Drive and it automatically updated onto yours. So you'll be able to do the same. Me and the virtual assistant will be able to see what's going on, the work that you've been doing. It's going to be a good way for us to kind of keep track of the appointments that you've been going on, and it's all shared in here with the Drive. And if you look at this section right here, last edit was made 4 minutes ago by Michael LaFavor. Now we're going to say you're going to come in here and say this property is not a piece of shit. Buy it. So then now it's automatically saving. All changes saved in the drive. So now if I were to go back over to my Google Drive, I would be able to open this up, and it's a live document. So that's what's beautiful about this. So you should have no problem here. I'm gonna just play around with that budget to make sure everything goes smooth with the uploading of the budget. But the foreclosure comps, as I said, is pretty darn simple. You come into your Google Drive, which we can just open up again, Google Drive. And then you'll go into your foreclosure list. You'll open this, open with Google Sheets, and then that gets you right into your template. And then you're going to be looking at all of these properties, which will be updated. You'll need to scan for the dates of when Jade, I'm going to tell my property manager to make all the new ones she does for the day in red. So that way you can see the new ones. So when you catch up to looking at all of these properties, you'll be able to see the active and the new ones that she had posted on the market. And remember, you're going to go over to Paragon. You're going to sort and double check. So when you're doing this, we don't want to mess around with any of the pending. If you do see a pending on here, what you're going to do is come back to your Google Sheet. And let's just say this Pittsfield one, I know it is pending because we went out and took a look at it. The 91 Tilton Road. So we're going to go over on this one, and you can just put in the showing notes that this is active AUC, active under contract, or pending PE. So that may, when I take a look at this, I'm like, okay, we didn't get it. It's already under contract. We can skip through it. So that's what you're going to want to do is update this file when you go through and you start seeing, okay, hey, there's a property on the foreclosure list, but it's under contract. Let's get that updated as well. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd say rewatch this video just a couple of times till you get the hang of it, and I will, make some more training videos if you need any more help.